Let's take a minute to think about what the thesis is. It's really a research project. You're proposing a topic of interest. You are doing some work to examine literature. That means previous studies that have been conducted on this topic, articles that have written, preferably in peer-reviewed journal articles. And then once you have established the context and the background, you describe your own methodology, what it is you are going to do to answer your research questions or test your hypothesis, how you're going to carry it out, and then you summarize your results. So whenever you propose a topic, you have to think about, well, how am I going to answer the questions that are raised by this topic I'm putting forward? Or are these questions even answerable? How am I going to collect some data in order to answer these questions? So some questions you may think of are not sufficiently, sharp enough or clear enough in order to be able to be answered. They could be vague. One way to think of this is using SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. So you have to crisply and sharply define what your questions are, or else they can't be answered. Now, on the other hand, you may be thinking of questions that are so simple it doesn't require a thesis to answer. Okay, so also let me suggest do not rush. Don't panic if you're late or you're taking a lot of time to arrive at a topic, because that's, in my view, is the most difficult part of the thesis, arriving at a topic. It's challenging. It's not easy to think of a topic that has some basis in the literature, that which has already been written about and studied. It's not easy to arrive at a topic where you can have some clearly defined research questions, or you can create a hypothesis. And remember, a hypothesis is a statement that must be falsified. You're testing a statement, you're collecting data, analyzing it statistically, and you're either accepting the hypothesis or rejecting it. So a hypothesis has to be stated in a clear way so that it can be falsified. All of these things have to be carefully thought out, which means it's difficult to arrive at a topic. So don't rush, think it through. If you put forward an idea and then I identify weaknesses or logistical difficulties in collecting data and analyze it, don't worry about it. Keep trying. And if you do it now, when all you are doing is putting together a proposal for research, it will be so much easier when you get to the actual thesis and you have to do it for real. This just illustrates some of the difficulty, challenges, gives you some practice at it, and that's a reason why you have an introductory course such as this, so that when you finally get to the thesis, you're ready for it. Your expectations are set. So don't panic, take it easy, take a deep breath. If you don't get a topic right away, take your time. I'll examine what you're asking, point out weaknesses. I've also posted questions that are kind of a checklist of what to think about. If your topic is a reasonable one or not, you will get through this. It's just a different way of thinking and something you probably haven't been exposed to before. So hang in there and just take it one step at a time and don't rush.